Ahmed Benchemsi is a Moroccan journalist. He joins us now live from California. He was listening to the King's speech an hour ago, live. Pro-reform protesters in Morocco wanted a parliamentary monarchy. What they've got is a constitutional monarchy. Is it going to be enough to satisfy them?
I don't think it will be enough to satisfy them at all. Basically, the king said that he would diminish as much as he can, I'm quoting him, of his powers. Well, apparently he couldn't diminish that much of his powers since he still appoints the prime minister. Yes, this time he is compelled to appoint him from the #1 party in the parliament, but that's already the case. I mean, we already have a prime minister from the #1 party, and it doesn't take anything of the king power. Then he would say that the prime minister would have some powers, but if he consults the king first, and if the king agrees, which means that he keeps the hold on this. Last thing I noted is that, important thing, is that the king said that the judiciary should be independent, but he's still the head of the High Council of Magistrates, so how could it be independent if he's heading it, actually? So, yeah, for me, I mean, I just saw the speech, I didn't have the chance to read the whole draft yet. It's really fresh news, but from what I see, it's just about cosmetic change, and I doubt very much that the pro-democracy protesters will ever agree with that.
You say it's cosmetic change. We spoke an hour ago, just after the King's speech, to a member of one of the parties in the governing coalition, who said that this was a major development, that the King was reforming the constitution, basically throwing it out and writing a new one, a very different constitution.
I think the answer is in your question, since you say that this person is a member of a ruling party, so I guess it answers already your question. I mean, they have these people have advantages to maintain, and it has been like that for half a century, so I don't really see them saying no to the king. And you will see in the coming days, you will have almost no party who would say no to this constitution. But what you need to know is that the spirit in which this speech has been delivered is completely different spirit from that in which the March 9 speech has been delivered. Then the king did a speech because he was under pressure by the street. There were hundreds of thousands of demonstrators in the street in the wake of Tunisia and Egypt's revolution. Then the monarchy was under pressure. It was compelled. The king was compelled to give hastily, seemingly concessions to stay in power and to ensure the future of the monarchy. But 3 months later, the situation changed. The Arab wind of change kind of petered out, like the change wasn't achieved in Libya. You see where it is. You see Syria, Tunisia is quite well, but Egypt, we're not really sure if there's a revolution there or not. Anyway, the mood changed, and in Morocco itself, well, the protesters still hit the street, but in fewer numbers. They weren't able to structure themselves. They don't have a specific one focused claim. So the monarchy 3 months later felt a little stronger. So the spirit in which this speech was done, because is different. Constitutional change was announced. Okay, here it is, but it's not that significant.
All right,
that's my take.
Okay,
and there will be something really important about this referendum.
One final question. Give me a brief answer, if you can, please. The referendum you mentioned. I mean, how will those who've been protesting for reform in Morocco show their displeasure with this announcement? Then will they boycott this referendum on July 1st? Do you think they'll go back out on the streets?
They will most probably boycott it. They will most probably boycott it, and for one reason which doesn't even have to do with the content of the referendum. It's that the campaign itself is fundamentally undemocratic. There's a group called Kinch on internet who is somehow the spokesman, the internet site for the protesters, because as you know, many things happen on internet today. And it asked for a fair share of the time, half for yes and half for no, because that would be the only way to ensure a democratic campaign for this referendum, so the people will be free to give their choice. Well, the government just refused, and you will see that the yes option will have the lion's share of the airtime. So people in Morocco will definitely not be free to choose whether they will vote yes or no. This will be imposed on them, and if any reason, this is the reason why the protesters will choose not even to say no, but to boycott this referendum, which is a message saying we don't accept the whole game.
Okay, Ahmed, many thanks indeed. Ahmed Benchemsi there, Moroccan journalist speaking from California.